See how easy that was? Oh, it's multiplication, it's math education. Hey, Albert Einstein said that it's so easy to do. It's simple, it's breezy, it's fun and it's easy. Just buy a calculator, you can multiply too.
Today, we're talking about multiplication using the area model and the standard algorithm. And we're going to try to make a connection between the two strategies to see that they're really the same exact strategy. Our first problem, we'll start out with a 3-digit by 1-digit problem. I'm going to start by creating a rectangle, and I'm going to break apart, a little too big, going to break apart this number based on its place value. Make 3 sections. We're going to decompose 874 into 800 plus 70 plus 4, all times 6. We're going to distribute the 6 times 8 to get 48 and tack on our 2 zeros. Pass out the 6 to the 7 to get a 42 and tack on our 0. And pass out the 6 to the 4 to get 24. When we add these up, we could do some combining here mentally. I have 48 hundreds, and I have another 4 hundreds. That would make 52 hundreds. So I can actually write 5,200. Then I have a 20 and a 24 to make our 44. Okay, go ahead and put my comma. And let's do the standard algorithm out next to it. 874 times 6. We're going to do the same thing. We're passing this 6 out to those digits above. 6 times 4 is 24. A little 2, a big 4. Now this 2 could be put down here, carried over to the next place value, or some people are more comfortable putting it up here. Either way, as long as that digit gets carried over to that next place value. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 2 more is our 44. Cross this guy off, we used them. And then 6 times 8 is 48, plus 4 more gives us our 52. Again, go in, put our comma, and we see that we have the same answer. So they match up, but what I forgot to do was do a quick estimate up here before we even began. So I would like to round this number to its greatest place value of 900 times 6 to get a quick estimate of 5,400. That way we can establish whether or not we're pretty close to our answer or not. Our estimate is pretty close to our problem here. So we have established the reasonableness of our answer. We're very close to our 5,400. We're at 5,244. Let's take a look at another problem, a 2 by 2 digit problem. Again, going to do a quick estimate for this. That would change to a 90 and a 30 to get our quick little estimate of about 2,700. So we set our purpose. We know that we're going to be around 2,700. I'm going to break this into now 4 sections. And decompose our numbers. 80 plus 7 and 30 plus 2. I'm going to pass these out. 2,400, 210, 160, and 14. We should see when we add these up, I can get 2 partial products right here. 2,400 plus 200s is 2,600s, 10. 2,610. And then over here we have 160 plus 14 would be 174. Now I'd like you guys to then add these up real quick. We could see that we've lined them up over here. 4 plus nothing, 1 plus 7, 6 plus 1, and 2 plus nothing. So we have our answer of 2,784. We see that it's pretty reasonable with our estimate of 2,700. All right, now we're going to try to do that area model, the standard algorithm out next to it. 87 times 32. And again, we're going to pass that 2 out to the 7. Little 1, big 4. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. Notice what happens here. We have 174 right there, and we have 174 right here. Next thing we have to do is insert a placeholder 0 right here because we're moving into the tens place value. So it's actually not 3 times 7, it's 30 times 7 to get 210, but we just do 3 times 7 to get 21. And then 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 more is our 26. And again, you'll see that matching up right here in green, 2610, 2610. We can then add those up, and we'll get the same product of 2,784. Okay, so now we'll do our final problem, a 2-digit by 3-digit problem. $412 times 76. So I'm going to extend this a bit to make 3 columns for 400 plus 10 plus 2, and then 70 plus 6. Go ahead and pass these out. 7 times 4 is 28 with 1, 2, 3 zeros. 700, 140, 2400, 60, and 12. Again, if we add these columns up, I have 28,700, 800, so I have 28,840. And down here I have 60, 72, 2400, 72. Add those up. We get our total of 31,312. Of course, we should have done an estimate real quick. It would have been 400 times 80, which would have been about 32,000. Looks pretty reasonable so far. Now we just have to do our standard algorithm and see how these guys are going to match up. 412 times 76. And now we're going to multiply out. 2 times 6, 12. 6 plus 1 is 7, 24. You see how our 2472 matches up. Placeholder 0. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 more is 8. And 7 times 4 is our 28. You see how these are going to match up as well. We have our yellow numbers matching up here. And then we have our green numbers matching up here, 28,880, 28,880.